Welcome to the Retirement's Next Steps podcast. I'm your host, Jill Templeton-Haislip, Global Real Estate Advisor and Senior Real Estate Specialist with Russ Lyon Sotheby's International Realty DeGeorge Partners. This podcast is a valuable resource for retirees looking to connect with industry experts who can enhance your retirement experience. With so many companies, products, and services available, it can be overwhelming to know where to start. Let us help you navigate through it all and find the resources you truly need to make the most of your retirement years. As always, you can join us in person with each of our industry experts for the full presentation every month on the last Thursday at 4 p.m. Our office is located at 16872 East Avenue of the Fountains, Suite 103 in Fountain Hills, Arizona. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Good afternoon, David. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
David, introduce yourself to our watchers.
Hello, David Dion, Whole Home Inspections. I kind of jokingly say I named it that because that's what we do.
Cut right to the
what do
chase.
you do? We launched in September of 2015. We've done thousands of inspections all over the valley, all over the valley. And then we always tell people we are a resource. There's no better other resource than your home inspector to go nobody knows your house better than the guy that went through it. But also even if he wasn't your home inspectors are just a good resource to go, hey, do you know this thing that's happening in my house? So it's a little bit about us. I mean, really well rated company and our inspectors are seasoned and we know our stuff and we're always here to help. And
wonderful.
So that's a little bit about us.
Well, tell me a little bit about what made you decide to start Whole Home Inspections.
So kind of my origin story is I was raised by tradesmen.
Okay.
And anytime I needed extra money, I fell back into being an apprentice for all different things. And I tell people I learned how to walk through an attic before I was a teenager and being on roofs, and my grandfather let me stick my head under the cabinet when he was tinkering around, and I think that really helped with the foundation of things. Mm-hmm. And I went off and did a couple careers. This is actually my third career, and it was my sister-in-law that planted the seed of home inspection because I was her resource, the go-to home guru guy of, hey, this thing is happening.
This thing is happening. I like that.
Can you lead me down the right path? And so she goes, hey, you know a little bit about everything with a house. Think about being a home inspector. So that rattled around in my head for 5 years. And then I had a big life change, and I go, it's probably time to get back into something I'm passionate about.
I love that.
And then and we just went all for it. We went all in. So
it's yourself and how many other people work with you?
Right now it's Joe is our other inspector, and I've been licensed 10 years at this point. And then he's 15 years licensed. He's been with us 5 years. Okay. And so between the two of us, we go all over the valley.
Yes, I just saw the map. It was a bunch of yellow dots. I mean, it's literally everywhere across the valley. So even though we are filming this in Fountain Hills, David goes everywhere. So you touched on you have been licensed. Let's talk about what that looks like, because I don't think people fully understand what home inspectors have to go through in order to become a home inspector.
Yeah, that's pretty important here in Arizona, and it's good to know, especially coming out of different states and that kind of thing, is that there's a lot of states that all it takes to be a home inspector is print a business card.
Oh, isn't that fantastic?
And then some require a business card and some insurance. And so Arizona is a state licensing board. They're called the Board of Registered Technical Registrations. So Board of Technical Registrations,
okay.
They oversee different licensing. And so they are the people that oversee my license. Those are the people that are your advocates. They're not my advocates. They tell me what I should do and how I should do. And then if you ever had a question about, hey, is my person licensed? You can go on Board of Technical Registrations and look them up. Are they active? Are they inactive? Does their name not show up?
That's a real good question. Let me ask something on that. So could somebody in Arizona say, I'm going to be a home inspector, print out a business card, and start promoting their business?
Yes, they can easily do that. However, they would be breaching some things.
So it's important to get on this website. Tell us it one more time, please.
Yeah, Board of Technical Registrations.
And make sure that you are using somebody correctly.
Yes, and you can always ask a home inspector or the company, I just need a license number. And then from the license number is an easy search too. They should have a license number. They shouldn't say, what do you mean?
If they do, that is a huge red flag. Please don't use them.
Right. And it's really, really important because a lot of time, energy, effort, and manpower and act of Congress has happened so that buyers and sellers and everybody is protected and everybody knows what's happening out there. That's a very important thing. And if you're doing something different than that, your client should know that.
Right.
And that kind of thing. So to be a home inspector in Arizona, it's a long, lengthy process. It's not a one and done thing.
Good.
There is only specific schools are allowed to teach for it.
Oh, interesting.
So the state board says, hey, we trust this company to train our up and coming home inspectors. So then they have to take classroom hours, so that's either in class or online. There is a specific number of hours, a specific number of things that they have to cover, and then because we are in this state, the state also requires extra training for pools, because we have so many pools.
Yes.
And then after all of that, that's like classroom hours, they also need to do field training. That is something that I've been doing since year 2, is field training. So I train the up and coming home inspectors.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
in this state, they need to do their field training is called parallel inspection. So they actually come with me, they're my shadow, and they also write a report for every single one of those inspections. And then I review those inspections, make sure that they meet the standards of practice. If they don't, or there's something odd that keeps happening in the reports, I go, it's this, not that. And then just that's the time to kind of work out some of those growing pains of being out there and reporting on what we're seeing and what to look for and how to look for it. So there's the classroom hours, the field training hours. There is then a background check that needs to be ran. So
that's really important.
Yeah, so a licensed home inspector has been vetted from up here that hey, look, you have all the knowledge base, however some shady stuff happened in your past, you cannot be licensed in the state. So that is important. And then the state also requires, I feel like there's 2 more things, but one other important thing is insured or bonded. Not ROC, licensed and bonded. It is insured and bonded. So it's one or the other.
Okay.
Now, an important thing to know as a client is I'd rather have an insured inspector than a bonded inspector.
Okay.
A bond for the state, last time I looked or last time I can remember off the top of my head, I think it was somewhere in the range of like $25,000.
Okay.
So $25,000 bond. So if anything catastrophic happens, then you're covered for $25,000. Anything past that, sorry.
Oops.
So that's where insurance is a lot more important in this, that what we do. It's very important that we document our findings, that we're looking for certain things, and if we completely glaze over those things, that's where insurance steps in and says, human error, and the home inspector pays for that. And it follows them for their entirety. So no matter who they work for, it follows their license number.
So clients could potentially see that if there's been multiple insurance
I
claims?
believe so. I think there's possibly a way. I just know that follows them from then on. If there's ever a claim, that follows that inspector throughout. So insurance is more important than bonded. certified inspectors is very, very important. I wouldn't not get a certified home inspector. Maybe there's situations in which you don't need a certified home inspector, you just need somebody to take a look at something. That's fine, but if you're buying, selling, you want to know everything that there is to know and get more detail and information. Licensed, insured inspector is the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's dive into what is a home inspection. I think most people have a good understanding, but let's hear it directly from a home inspector. What is a home inspection?
Just to break it down to the most simplest thing that I can put out there is a home inspection is a home inspector looks for safety concerns, major defects, things that lead to major defects.
Okay.
We're not appraisers, we don't tell you how much the house is worth.
Right.
We're not code inspectors, so we don't own stacks and stacks of books. I've called out things on inspections and they say, well, it's not code, and I said, yeah, but it's safety. So it's important for my client to know it's safety.
Right.
Yes, it may not be code or at time of build, but it's good to know, hey, there's this thing.
Yes.
If your kid likes to stick their head through handrails, guardrails, like, it's good to know those things.
That's a good point, because people aren't thinking of all of those different things. That's where you come in. Now, you had touched on buyers and sellers doing home inspections. Most cases, people hear of the buyers doing a home inspection once they have written a contract, it's been accepted in their due diligence period. So let's dive into that one first, and then I want to circle back around to why would a seller do one.
Right. So buyer's side is, I have a thing where like real estate there's a lot of heart involved in real estate. You find a house, you fall in love, and you got those rose-colored glasses on, and you fell in love. Like, look, I love the neighborhood, I love the house, the layout, the yard, the location. I mean, I want to raise my kids here. Like, I fell in love with this. This is mine, and I want it. I want to plant my flag in it. That's great. But when you have that much love and heart in something, blinders happen, and that's where kind of the realism needs to come in. That's where the home inspector has a totally unbiased view. He doesn't love the house like you love the house.
Yes, we are paying you to come in and find what could potentially be issues, are issues. This is your whole job.
This is, so it's not only the issues of like, it's your starter guide. It's your major safety defects all the way down to honeydew list stuff. But it's like, hey, those honeydew things can add up, and should we tackle those all before we put in the new carpet, and things like that. So it really helps ground someone that's in the clouds to ground them and go, okay, cool, there's some things, and this is the order of things that we want to tackle them, and it really helps clarify their thought process in that new home. So that's really, it's just providing the additional information that makes me, that fell in love, to go, I made the right decision.
Right.
Like, I'm totally going down the aisle.
Yeah. And I feel sometimes with my clients, we go in and they're so nervous about, what did the inspection find? A, you will find something. B, there is no perfect home out there. There is not a single home that you can go into that there isn't going to be something called out. And that's fine. Right?
Yes. So how I put that is, even if you built your home from scratch and you visited that site every week and you watched it, you sat down with the architect, I mean all the way from foundation up to here's your keys.
Yes.
Once you move in, you're like, oh, there's some money involved to get it to be your house.
Yeah.
Regardless, no matter what, you're gonna move in and go, oh, I wish I did that instead of that. It's just, once reality sets in, you get in, you do the day-to-day, you're like, it would be nice to have that instead of that. And so it's just know that there's additional costs going in. It's kind of like when you paint the wall, then you need new curtains, and you got new curtains, so you need a new throw pillows, and like, I mean, it's just,
And
so,
So when you go in and do the home inspection, there's a pool, there's sewer, there may be a well based off of where somebody is purchasing. What do you take care of, and what do you maybe reach out to specialists for? What can they expect?
And that's something that would be really, really good as a client to know what a home inspection is. And that's where realtors really come into play too, is like, hey, I know you're really concerned about XYZ. That's not part of the scope of the home inspection, but we can bring in some additional people. So on our website, phxinspect.com, there is a link that there's a FAQ page and the things that you need to know, and there's written out in very long format exactly what is covered, what's not covered.
Okay.
There are things that people just assume are covered. Let me cover some of those like irrigation. What do you mean you don't run irrigation? Well, it's not part of the scope of the home inspection. Now, we will say, if we see something, we say something.
Right.
But we're not gonna go through every single line, because look, I'm gonna guarantee you right now, it's irrigation. It's maintenance. It's gonna be a continued maintenance item. You may want a bush over there instead of there. So irrigation's outside the scope of an inspection. That's, again, something that people go, what do you mean? So just know irrigation's not in the scope. However, again, if there's a leaky backflow preventer or there's a missing backflow preventer, a safety item that should be there, that gets called out. But watering rocks, like, that's gonna happen. You're gonna have to make your home your home. So there's some stuff there. Any appliance that is not installed appliance, washer dryers are not installed. They're hooked up. They're not part of the house, like a microwave, a vent hood, an oven is included. The state just changed our standards of practice, which that took several years for them to finally do, which good thing they did, because the standards originally, the last time standards were updated was 2002.
Oh my.
So they were just updated to include some of the newer stuff, like AFCI breakers and things like that. So to your point though, so in this state, we do not determine if the house is on septic or well. Is it public or private? And most times, we can't tell that. We don't know that. That should be in seller's disclosure or and that kind of thing. So when you have those type items, at least in this state, it's good, especially to know about septic, because sellers should disclose that, and then also, from my understanding, getting it cleared in good condition.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so
that would be a different inspection than what David offers, just so people kind of understand that's a different level.
Yeah, and it's good for day one knowledge to say, I'll wait till a home to know, do I want everybody to come all at once, or do I want to see what this person says before this person comes in? So it's again, the realtor working with their clients, seeing their threshold, what should be taken care of first, what time restraints do we have, let's kind of work this out. Do we want everybody to come at once? So I have homes that, let's say it was built in 2000 and everybody knows everything is original. I go, cool, maybe let's get an HVAC person, let's get a roofer out. No signs of leaking, HVAC is working great, hot, cool, everything's doing what I want it to do, it sounds good, looks good, works good. There's still, let's budget for replacement, and maybe let's see what the true condition is, because we can't talk life expectancies.
Right.
Or costs associated. So it's good to have specialists to team up sometimes when we know something is at or past its life expectancy. What are my costs in the first 5 years? What are things that I need to budget for while I go into this? It's not appropriate to be asking for things just because they're old. It's like, hey.
It's not the seller's responsibility to set you up with new stuff just because it's old.
Right.
I appreciate that, yes.
Yeah.
What about pools? Do you take a look at pools?
Yeah, so pools, again, has its own standards of practice. So the state has a pool section. These are all the things that a home inspector should be looking at for a pool. We don't bring a water test kit. If the water's clear, great, the water's clear. We don't know how old the water is and that kind of stuff. But we're looking for functionality, just like any other major system and component. We have thresholds we're looking for. Do you need a specialist to come behind us? Is there a crack running through the vessel? Don't pay the money for the home inspector to look at it.
Right.
Just go straight to the pool specialist. If you
Yes.
already know the pool is in dire need, save your extra ancillary charge for the pool to be looked at. Just get a specialist in.
Yes.
Because if you already know a specialist is getting called out, just get ahead of it.
Yes.
It just saves you time. You have a tight time frame. And then that's stuff that generally gets hashed out on a phone call. That gets discovered, like, hey, we already know that the pool's in disarray. Okay, great. Save your money for me. Don't put it towards the specialist coming out, because they're going to provide costs associated and life expectancies,
yes.
severity. Oh, those cracks, that's Pebble Tech, and we can patch that. And this is the cost associated with patching versus the pool's leaking and this cost associated with that.
And in most cases, the specialists that are coming out are the contractors who also perform the work.
Right.
Whereas in this situation, home inspectors only do the home inspection. You cannot come back and perform.
Which brings us into ethics, which is again a good reason we're licensed here, that we have an overseeing board, because there is ethics. And ethics say tomorrow, if I want to be a home or a handyman, I can't come and go to a house that I just inspected for 2 years. I can't go and say, hey, I knew you had some wobbly fans and some GFCI receptacles and that breaker that should be changed out. Like, I could take care of that.
Yeah.
There's ethical guidelines, hard lines that say,
That's
hey,
good. That's important.
100%.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about we just went over, if you were purchasing the house, you've hired a home inspector. You're getting ready to sell. Why would I have you come out and inspect the home?
Again, there's a lot of hustle and bustle happening when you're going to sell. And there's a lot of moving parts. And the scenario of a home inspection happens in 10 days. You got a 10-day frame generally, if everything's going how it should. And then a home inspector can't get out there till day 6. The home inspector comes out and goes, ooh, there's XYZ. Now you have 4 days, left for other people and stuff like that. I don't know the time frame because that's not my forte. That's yours.
You're doing good.
For once the Benzer gets submitted, you can describe what a Benzer is.
A buyer inspection notice, seller response. So that is when the buyers are saying these items were identified, we would like for them to be repaired or replaced, and then the seller has 5 days to respond.
5 days. Okay, so the seller has 5 days once the agent and the client talk and go, hey, what's important, what's not, what do we want to ask for, and then the seller now has 5 days to react. If they get a pre-listing inspection, they have some great things in front of them. So they go, cool, I know what's going to come up in a home inspection report, and I can prepare as part of the sell of the house, hey, it was discovered our roof is past its life expectancy. We're not gonna put a new roof on right now because you're probably gonna want to get your own roof. We know you're gonna get a new roof.
Yeah.
Here's how we're gonna leverage the sale to say it needs a new roof, and that's where you come into how to make that all work. And then also, hey, we're a plumbing company and we own this house that we're selling, and we didn't know that there's this plumbing thing. Let's go fix that, or whatever. So they get things lined up so that they know that what to expect out of a home inspection coming behind their pre-list, so that there's no surprises, there's no big gotcha moments. Their 5-day paper comes in, they go, yep, we disclosed all that, and we're good with that. We know that, and it makes the process a lot easier. Usually on the sales side too, from what I've heard, is from the sales side, it's like, look, here's full disclosure.
Yep, here it is.
Here it is. Like, we did our due diligence, so hey, you do your due diligence too. You got your inspector you love, have them take a look, and that kind of stuff. But it really just makes the process a little smoother, just to be prepared to know what's coming after it. It's like, if I were selling my house, I know all the things about my house. So,
But if you want you.
yeah, if I wasn't me, I would. it's like I got enough stuff on my plate right now. Like I've got to figure all this other stuff out. I'm waiting to close on another house, and I got their inspection report, and I get.
Make it easier for yourself.
For the 11th hour to go, okay, I'm gonna get some contractors, or I'm gonna then negotiate, and it's this big, it's too much.
Yeah.
Like and so there's benefit in it, and there's two trains of thoughts for sellers, and I've met both. One, hey, I want to know everything so I can disclose everything so I can just go and move on with my life, and then the others that like, let's see if they see it.
Let's gamble. Gosh, that makes me nervous. That makes me think of deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance can really make a big difference when somebody is selling their house, on how smooth it's going to go when they do get a contract, when they get a contract. I could go on and on. But what are some quick tips that you can provide to folks that are important things that they should make sure that they are helping to maintain on their home, that maybe you see most commonly called out, or just any quick tips that maybe you could help to provide our watchers?
Number one, first thing first, clean your dry vent.
Okay.
Clean your dry vent. Just clean your dry vent. Do it. Just do it. Just hire it done. It's a dirty job, so actually don't clean your dry vent. Get somebody to come clean your dry vent.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. Like 80% of my reports, the dryer's like,
Oh, God.
it's like, oh, clean your dryer vent, please, please, please. It's very important. It's a fire hazard. But nobody does it. Everybody knows it. They just don't do it.
Okay.
Clean
your dryer vent.
Yeah, clean your dryer vent. That's the biggest thing. After that, honestly, how often do we stick our heads under our own sinks?
Mm-hmm.
Like, never. Like, I might grab something real quick, but there's all the shopping bags and the chemicals and the stuff in the way, and like, every once in a while, it doesn't hurt to just really just stick your head under the sink and see, because I do occupied homes all the time that have the stopper connection leaks a lot. It's those little corroded items that over time become little pinhole leaks to become bigger leaks.
And because we have hard water here, I would imagine that creates more issues.
Yeah, and those stopper leaks happen a lot because a lot of people don't use their stoppers, and then a home inspector comes in and uses their stopper. And there's the leak. So it's really easy handyman stuff. A lot of this deferred maintenance is handyman stuff, but also know the line of when to hire the right people, licensed people. Like, again, a high percentage of stuff that we see, we just look at and go, that wasn't the right person to do that job.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is that. I mean, water heaters to get installed can be kind of pricey. And so it's like, oh, I know a handyman that could throw it in there real quick. Okay, that's good if they really, really know what they're doing. They know what kind of things to use, what kind of connectors and things like that. And I've seen, the safety devices that aren't prepared right,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's, again, I've seen electrical work, tons and tons of electrical work that it's like they didn't have the knowledge backing them to do that work.
It's surprising how many homeowners attempt to do their own electrical work.
I watch HGTV. I mean, I can do it. Like, right? I mean, no. I mean, it's so easy. I saw it done.
Yeah.
and it's like, it's so. Yes, it happens a lot. And look, I'm a homeowner. I got my home inspector stuff, but I'm also a homeowner. So it's like, but I'm realistic. Like, I can't shake a finger too hard at anybody. It's not that. It's their stuff. Stuff should be done sometimes by licensed people, which means it's going to cost a little more,
right?
But it will be done right.
Correct.
And especially when it comes to anything related to safety,
Yes.
It's time to take it serious and not just. I saw it once, or YouTube.
Yeah. Or
University HGTV stuff.
Yeah.
So it's and then maintenance. Just get on maintenance programs with HVAC specialists, with plumbers, that, or at the very, very least, go into your little calendar. If you have a house calendar, write it on the house calendar every year when you get a new one, or put it into a Google Calendar to remind you. A little something comes up and they go, oh, it says I need to clean my dryer vent. I need to ask for HVAC service.
Mm-hmm.
HVAC service, it's recommended twice a year. What I do is I get it serviced about a month before it gets hot.
Yeah.
I want to get through the season, but I also want to find anything before everybody's busy and all the products are flying off the shelves, and like, so I wanna plan that around. Let's do it while it's still slow and prices are right and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a couple little tidbits, but
No, I think that's great. And if you come to Retirement's Next Steps workshop, you will get an opportunity to hear more. But because you're watching this, you missed it. But there are other opportunities to meet David. So David is one of our home specialists with Moon Valley Home Tours. This is an opportunity to see some of the beautiful homes that we offer in the Moon Valley neighborhood in Phoenix. And this is the second year that David has partnered with us. He comes around to the different homes that we have on tour, shares tidbits with the listing agents, the sellers, and also the people who are out looking at the homes. So it's a great opportunity. If you have a question you've just wanted to know and you want to look at great homes, come and join us on Moon Valley Home Tours. But give us your contact information, best way for people to reach out to you, and you are valley-wide. So I want to make sure people really understand that. It's not just here in Fountain Hills where we're filming, it's not just Moon Valley, it is truly valley-wide. So contact information.
So Dave Dion, whole home inspections, a Google search can get you there. But phone number is 602-317-8771. And then website, I used to have it on my business card, wholehomeinspectionsllc.com, and a friend of mine when I was new said, make that shorter. I can't read that. So that is one way. Other way is the abbreviation for Phoenix, phxinspect.com, gets you to the website. Again, a little Google search can get you a ton of information from Whole Home Inspections. We've been around a decade, so there's a lot of stuff online about us. We've gotten a lot of awards and accolades and stuff throughout time.
That's great.
And like I had a gentleman call me and he was really wanted to know why I wasn't on the BBB. It was very important to him for the BBB.
Interesting.
And so what I let him know is nowadays, for one, BBB is pay to play. Mm-hmm. And so I got the call from BBB, hey, we would love to feature you and honor you. And I go, great, super, go for it. And they go, but you should pay us to do that. And I'm like, well, the thing is, there's 1,000 places online now where if anybody wants to say anything about you, it's a Google search away.
Yes.
So, you know, the BBB it has a purpose, it has a place, but the BBB, I think, was the beginning of it.
I agree.
And now there's just so many avenues that if you really dig in, you can find whatever you need from whoever you're looking for, you know?
Yes.
So to really get that validity behind the people.
Yes. Absolutely.
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate all the information. You are very knowledgeable in your field. If you have questions, definitely reach out. You can reach out to me or to David directly.
Yes, for sure. 100%. Just give me a call. I'm your local home guru guy. You got something knocking in your wall. You just want to chat to somebody with it. Just give me a call.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you again.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Retirement's Next Steps podcast. So we decided to give you one more little tidbit of information because David has so much to share with you. So if you stayed past all of the credits, you're going to get a little bit more information. So tell us, you're not buying, you're not selling, you're just living in your home. What does that look like?
So that's something I call a wellness check.
Okay.
So it's basically
like going to the doctor.
kinda, and I'm a general doctor, so I'm not the specialist. That's how home inspections work. So think of a wellness check as a really good another view of your home. You've been at your home for 5-10 years. You know you're going to be there 5-10 years. You've done all the cool things that you know you want to do with your house, and or you're just frustrated that every time you turn around there's an unexpected expense that's happening with your house. And you're like, I just want to get ahead of this. I don't want to be surprised on an idle Tuesday anymore. So I come in, I do a full-blown home inspection. I do the same, we do the whole home inspection, and we take the knowledge that you have of your house with the past 5-10 years as well. And so again, if you have any questions like, look, for the last year this thing has been happening, come here, it's right here. And then we can talk through the things. We'll go through the whole inspection. We'll then show you major defects, safety concerns, things that lead to major defects, but then also be able to fill in some of the gaps and then also give you advice as we go. Hey, there's this one thing I've always thought about. What do you think of that? And we really have like a big powwow, like a big hangout, and you get to get a little bit more intimate knowledge of your home.
That's wonderful.
And then another good time for a wellness check is, hey, we're going to do this remodel. Mm-hmm. This is the budget for the remodel. This is where we want to focus the remodel. Maybe we should do a wellness check first to see what is the budget for the countertops. Should we get the most high-end countertops or take care of this fire hazard over here, and then we can budget for the countertops? So that's another good time right before big reno, so that you know that part of that big reno should also include XYZ.
Okay.
And be more prepared. So, and then again, I'm always available.
Yes.
Years later, Dave, I got this thing happening.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for the bonus info.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Retirement's Next Steps podcast. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach me at 303-204-4432 or via email jill@dgeorgepartners.com. If you would like to attend one of our Retirement's Next Steps workshops, you can find the schedule on our website, Templeton-Haislip.com. Make sure to subscribe to Realtor Jill Templeton-Haislip on YouTube and follow the Retirement's Next Steps channel. You can also follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. Wishing you a happy and fulfilling retirement. We look forward to connecting with you soon.